Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's your boy Zach. I hope everyone had a good holiday. Today I'm going to be reviewing Hawkeye episode 4. Just straight off the bat, I want to say I'm sorry I didn't get to review episode 1 through 3. I thought the first 2 episodes were okay. Episode 3 I absolutely loved. It was paced very well. So I was hoping that episode 4 would continue that forward momentum. Hopefully it did. Let me talk about it. Let's start off with the good. In this episode, they really explored the chemistry and the bonding of Hawkeye, Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, Clint, Barton. Yes, they're both Hawkeye now, in my opinion. And I thought it was really great to see them bond and get to know each other a little bit. I see Clint kind of starting to be endeared to her, saying that she's really good at this archery stuff and she actually really cares about being a hero and protecting people. And the mysteries starting to unravel. We're starting to get some questions answered and getting some directions pointed in the right direction, because I feel like so far with the stepfather, they've been saying he's the bad guy, and that's it. And the mother is this person that is not knowing what's going on. She doesn't have no idea what's happening, but I honestly think that it's a little bit of a red herring, and I like that we're starting to see that shift, because you don't hire an actress like Vera Farmiga and just have her be a concerned mother. It doesn't make any sense. Another thing that I really liked about this episode is them bringing back the LARPers from the previous episode and have them incorporate in the story. It makes it feel like that was there for a reason, not just for a joke. And it's really interesting to see these people who basically idolize heroes and magic, stuff like that, work with a hero. I think that's like the craziest thing for a geek or nerd to be able to do. So that was really enjoyable. The whole festive feeling, the whole feeling of Christmas and family, and that wholesome moments that we got throughout the episode was really, really good. Another thing I like is the Clint training Kate and showing her his tricks other than shooting arrows. He's more than just a one-trick pony. He knows how to do a lot of different things and how to take out people in a lot of different ways. And you can see that she's just really a natural at doing all this stuff. And he even said that to her mother, which was really cool, and showing that she can do this, even though he really doesn't want her to do it. He's that big brother that's disgruntled that he has to carry his little sister around everywhere, and it's just like, oh, I just want to be a grown-up on my own. And Kate's that bright-eyed, no concern sister, and she's a little privileged in this show that doesn't understand the stakes. She hasn't lost in the way that Clint has, and I can see that we get to that point where she may have to lose to really decide if she wants to do this hero thing, and that's a theme that was throughout this episode as well. And another thing that was great was finally the surprise reveal at the end of the episode. I was hoping that this character was going to be in it. I don't want to spoil it for no one that hasn't seen the episode yet, but it was rumored that this person was going to be in the episode, and they finally revealed itself. I'm just wondering how this person ties into the rest of the story. There's a lot of elements going on, but we haven't had too much forward momentum. We have an Easter egg of a Netflix Marvel character being in this show, reprising his role, bringing that character back. We also have Echo, which is the death leader of the Tracksuit Mafia. Now we have this character, so we have a lot of puzzle pieces into place, but we don't have a clear picture where the puzzle comes together. And we only have 2 episodes left, so I'm really interested to see how they tie all these pieces together. Now let's talk about the bad. So far, with episode 3, I absolutely loved it. But there were some editing issues in terms of the fighting, and I think that here those kind of come over a bit. There's a end of episode fight that happens with all these different characters, and I think this should be one of the dopest things that happen in the season, but it was kind of underwhelming for me. I don't think that so far that the directors of these Disney Plus shows have recorded fighting that great hand-to-hand combat, because I think in episode 3, everything that happened in the car and jumping off the bridge and all those things was dope as hell, but there's some issues with them doing the hand-to-hand. It feels very choppy, doesn't feel too smooth, and it feels like they don't know how to focus or sequence things together really well. It just seems like just a chaotic mess, and I didn't really feel the oomph. I was a little disappointed because the character reveal. I thought I was going to see something a little bit tighter, a little bit better, but it wasn't terrible. It was just a bit of a letdown. But even with that, I'm still super excited to see where this episode is going. I think that Jeremy Renner is doing a great job as Clint and showing that he is a character that is conflicted because he just wants to spend time with his family and he just wants to get this job done so he can move on, but something keeps pulling him in. And at the end of the day, he's a hero at heart. Even though he doesn't see himself as that and he thinks he's a terrible person because of the things he's done in his past, at the end of the day, he stayed to help Kate to get out of a terrible situation. And I think that he's still struggling after all these years with the fact that people depend on him and idolize him. He thought that he was the low-key Avenger, but people actually care about Hawkeye. And Kate Bishop is showing that she has inspired people, and I like that that's the theme that's going on here, because in the comic book that is what happened. Is she was inspired by Hawkeye, of all the heroes, the one with the arrows, and hopefully all the puzzle pieces start coming together in the next episode and we get a really grand finale like we have in all the other past Disney Plus Marvel shows. So tell me what you think. What did you think about this episode? What do you think about the character reveal who at the end of the episode, who you think we're going to see come a lot, brought from the page to the big screen or small screen because it's on TV in this coming episode for next week? And how do you think all these pieces are coming together? Do you think the stepdad is really the true villain, or do you think the mother has something to do with it? And what do you think is going to happen to Clint's family? We saw that someone's targeted them as well. Drop your comments down below and your thoughts about the episode, and let me know how you think about my review. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be in touch. I'm releasing videos weekly. I'm going to be excited to review the next week episode, and you can watch more right now.